Hey there, welcome to Daily Markets AI, your daily dose of stock market insights and analysis. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, we got you covered. Hit subscribe and let's conquer the markets together.
All right, everyone, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into Meta's $65 billion AI gamble.
Yeah.
You heard that right. $65 billion with a B. They're planning to drop that much on AI this year alone, almost double what they spent in 2024. So is this like Zuck's master plan to rule the future of tech? Or is this a risky bet that could backfire spectacularly? We can try to figure that out today.
What really grabs me is how aggressive Meta's being about all this. I mean, this isn't just some casual investment. They're going all in. Think about this. They're building this monstrous data center in Louisiana, a data center so huge it could practically swallow a good chunk of Manhattan. And get this, they're stuffing it with 1.3 million GPUs by the end of the year. That's triple what they had in 2024. We're talking top-of-the-line hardware here. NVIDIA H100s, AMD MI300Xs, even Meta's own custom-designed MTIA chips.
It's like they're building an AI war chest, ready to take on the world. But why so much, so fast?
Well, it seems pretty clear that Meta wants to be a major player in the AI game. I mean, they're going up against the heavy hitters. You've got OpenAI, Microsoft, all of them pouring billions into AI. I think this infrastructure buildup is Meta sending a message. They're here to compete, and they're not messing around.
And the weapon they're bringing to this fight, Llama 4, that's Meta's answer to ChatGPT,
Yeah.
right? And they're aiming for 1 billion users by 2026. But there's a twist here. They're making Llama 4 open source. What's your take on that?
That could be huge. It could really shake things up. I mean, think about it. If they open source Llama 4, they'll have tons of developers jumping in, building on it, expanding its reach, way beyond what Meta could do on their own. It's like, what if Google just released the code for their search engine? It would change everything.
Yeah, the impact would be massive. And speaking of massive, the stock market seems to be pretty excited about Meta's AI plans. Their stock shot up to an all-time high, $647.49, right after they made the announcement. Clearly, some investors are seeing dollar signs in their AI-powered future.
But
No investment is without risk.
right. Exactly. And you can't ignore that $65 billion price tag. That's a lot of money riding on this, especially when you remember what happened in 2024. Meta's stock took a 16% hit, remember. All those warnings about their Metaverse spending. Investors are definitely nervous about history repeating itself.
Yeah, that's a valid concern. And we can't forget about the energy this AI fortress is going to suck up. We're talking about a data center that's going to gobble up a ridiculous amount of power. 2 gigawatts. You know what that is. Enough to power 750,000 homes.
Yeah, that's a crazy amount of energy. And Meta's been talking about using renewable energy sources. But they haven't really given us any concrete plans. And in today's world where everyone's worried about climate change, that lack of transparency could really hurt them.
Plus, OpenAI isn't just sitting back and watching all this happen. They've got their own plans. They're calling it Stargate, a $500 billion AI data center project. And they've got some heavy hitters backing them. SoftBank, Oracle. It's shaping up to be an all-out AI arms race.
Absolutely. The stakes are enormous. We're talking billions of dollars. And the future of tech is hanging in the balance. This really does feel like we're at the start of something big, a whole new era in tech. But before we get too carried away, let's think about what all this means for the average person. How's all this AI stuff going to affect our everyday lives?
That's the real question, right? What kind of changes are we going to actually see?
Well, I think in the short term, we'll see the things we use every day start to change really quickly. The tools, the services. Imagine your social media feeds being run by some super smart AI, showing you exactly what you're interested in.
Or those customer service chatbots, the
Yeah.
ones that can actually understand what you're saying and help you out without needing to talk to a real person.
Exactly. AI could change everything, from healthcare to education, transportation, entertainment. We're just starting to see what's possible.
It's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
But I can't help feeling a little uneasy about it, too. It's like we're giving more and more control to these powerful AI systems.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's why we need to be having these conversations. As AI gets smarter, we have to think about the consequences. Things like data privacy, people losing their jobs.
It's almost like we're walking into the unknown with all the good and bad that comes with that.
That's a good way to put it. It's up to all of us to make sure that AI helps humanity, not hurts it.
So where does Meta fit into all of this? They're definitely making a big push to be an AI leader, but what's the end game here?
It's hard to say for sure, but Zuckerberg's been pretty clear. He sees AI as the future of Meta. He wants to build an AI-first company with AI woven into everything they do.
It's almost like he's trying to change Meta's image. moving away from that metaverse thing and becoming known as an AI powerhouse.
You're right. That metaverse gamble didn't really work out the way they hoped, so focusing on AI could be a smart move. Get investors excited again, capture the public's attention.
And let's face it, AI is kind of cool. It feels futuristic, cutting edge.
Definitely. But it's important to remember, AI is still in its early days. We're still learning what it can do and how to use it right. There's a lot of hype. But the reality is, we're just at the beginning of a long journey.
So all these big plans, all this money being thrown around, the big question is, will it pay off? Is this $65 billion gamble going to make Meta the king of the AI world?
That's the billion-dollar question, literally. Yeah. And honestly, it's too early to tell. Some analysts think this is a genius move, that it'll make Meta unstoppable.
But others think it's a huge mistake, like they're throwing money away, just like they did with the Metaverse.
Yeah. It all comes down to execution. Can Meta deliver on their promises? Can they make AI technologies that people want? Can they beat the competition? Can they handle all the ethical and legal stuff that comes with AI?
And can they convince investors that this is a good bet?
Exactly. Meta's success depends on whether they can turn their AI dreams into a real profitable business.
Well, only time will tell. And we'll be here watching to see what happens. But before we finish up, I think there's something else we need to talk about. This whole AI race. It's not just about these tech companies, right?
Yeah, it's bigger than that. It's about who's going to control AI on a global scale.
The U.S. and China are the front runners. It's like a new Cold War.
It really is. Whoever wins the AI race, they'll have a huge advantage. Developing new technologies, driving innovation, shaping the global economy.
The stakes are incredibly high.
Absolutely. And Meta dropping $65 billion on this. It shows they want to be a major player in this global game.
That's a bold move.
Mm-hmm.
But it all comes down to this. I mean, is this another one of Zuck's big ideas that's going to fizzle out? Like, remember the Metaverse? That didn't exactly go as planned.
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? The potential of AI is definitely there, but you've got to remember how competitive it is out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the costs, they're just astronomical. Can Meta really afford to go all in on AI when they're still trying to make that metaverse thing work?
Especially since they were saying the Metaverse was going to be the next big thing.
Yeah. Right. And investors haven't forgotten that. They're going to be watching this very carefully to see if Meta can turn all this AI talk into actual profit.
Because at the end of the day, that's what matters, right?
Yeah.
Can they actually make money from this? Can they turn this technology into stuff people will buy? Can they beat out everyone else and become like the AI company?
Exactly. It's not just about making cool technology. It's about making a business that works. And that's the hard part. Meta has to figure out the technology, sure, but they also have to deal with all the ethical and legal stuff that comes with AI.
You're talking about things like data privacy, bias in algorithms, people losing their jobs because of AI, all those big issues everyone's worried about as AI gets more powerful.
Exactly. And then there's the whole global politics side of things. This AI race is tied up with what's happening between countries. The US and China are battling it out, and everyone's watching what Meta does, including governments all over the world.
It's like we're entering this whole new era of competition, and it's not just about what's happening in Silicon Valley.
Absolutely. The stakes are huge. We're talking about things that could change the global economy, shift the balance of power, even change what it means to be human.
Wow. So where does all of this leave us? We've talked about the potential of AI, the competition, the ethics, the financial risks, the global implications. It's a lot to take in.
It really is. And the truth is, there are no easy answers. We're still figuring out what AI is going to look like, and Meta's $65 billion bet is just one part of that story.
But one thing's for sure. This is a conversation we need to keep having. We need to be informed, we need to be involved, and we need to keep asking the hard questions. The decisions we make now are going to shape the future of AI, and in the end, the future of humanity.
Well said. This is really just the beginning. The AI revolution is happening, and it's up to all of us to make sure it leads to a better future for everyone.
That's a great point to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Meta's big AI gamble. It's a complex issue with a lot of moving parts, and we'll definitely be keeping an eye on it. As always, stay curious, and thanks for listening.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and join us tomorrow for more insights. See you in the next video.